Hi, it's Anna here. I am making a short video with a bunch of photos on putting together container gardens. So basically a container garden is anything that can contain some soil and drain. So here's an old teapot from my stove, rusted out on the bottom, and is now able to drain. So you can see some roots growing out the bottom now. So because it had holes in it, I could put soil in. I planted a mint plant. So here's a container, here's some potting soil. If I put the potting soil in that container and I put some seedlings in, I now have a mini garden. So these are like fabric pots. These were some trash picked storage bins that somebody had a whole collection of in a cardboard box out on trash day. So I brought them home, filled them with soil, put herbs, assorted herbs in, and I have a little assorted herb collection. Here was an old planter somebody else put out on trash day, missing the bottom. I flipped it over. I put some newspaper on the bottom. I threw some leaves in. I put some soil on top, planted a few potatoes. Did the same thing with a burlap bag, rolled it down, threw some leaves in, threw some soil on top. Basket from the trash, soil on soil, potatoes. I've planted potatoes in many different containers. Here is a wire basket. I lined it with some burlap. I put another piece of newspaper in, again, to hold the soil from just running right out of the burlap. The burlap along the sides keeps the soil from running out. I put some potatoes in there, and those potatoes are now up to my waist, and I'll be harvesting them soon. And potatoes grown in a container are super easy because you just dump the container out at the end and all the potatoes fall out. You don't even have to dig them up. So I have potatoes growing in about 15 different grow bags and containers of various sorts. Here's some grow bags, lettuce, and other things. Grow bags are fantastic. They're lightweight. These are hard to see, but I've got some basil and some miniature squash. Ceramic containers can be a little bit more long-lasting and more decorative. I have assortments of flowers. You see I have them pushed together as a collection. Raised beds, which are built, are also a form of container. This is, again, alongside of a patio mixture of herbs. Those grow bags that we gave you, this is with 4 or 5 beans. Herbs grow very well in containers. Containers do require watering. Oh, here's some shoes that I repurposed to, again, tuck in one little herb plant. So a container needs to hold the soil, be big enough to hold the plant, it needs to be able to drain, and probably needs to be watered a little more often than something planted in the ground because, again, the capacity of the soil, it's a smaller amount of soil. But the larger the container, the less often it will need to be watered, but in the summer, most containers need to be watered quite a bit. So this was just a little intro to general container gardening, and that's the end.